While Spider-Man No Way Home skyrocketed Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to higher praise from fans alike, the question remains if the campaign for The Amazing Spider-Man 3 will actually pay off and see the movie become reality. I do believe that this is what Sony is planning, and that they want to keep the Sony Verse separate from Tom Holland while connected in some way. This makes sense, as Sony can continue using their rights to Spider-Man to make more movies regarding villains and future sequels for Tobey or Andrew, while contributing their ideas to Marvel with another trilogy of Tom Holland's films. Here I will be predicting how an Amazing Spider-Man prequel could work, and what the direction, the plot and characters could take. If this is set in the same universe as Venom, Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, and under Sony's supervision, the possibilities are endless. With the rising fan campaign for Andrew Garfield's sequel and all of the loose ends left behind by previous movies, I think this movie should be 4 hours, just like the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I think this would work best for creative freedom purposes, as they can tell a long but fleshed out story on where Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is doing next. It also gives us answers to what was Peter's parents up to, and where will the Sinister Six go, as their formation was teased in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 to include members such as the Green Goblin, Vulture, Dr. Octopus, Rhino, etc. While this lineup could be changed, there's a realm of possibility it will include a cluster of villains fighting against Spider-Man. We could also see Peter find love with Mary Jane Watson, who was supposedly played by actress Shailene Woodley, but her scenes were from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 were cut from the film for unknown reasons, mixed in with a deleted scene where we see that Peter's father, Richard Parker, surprisingly alive after the plane crash in the prologue of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he asks his son to help him expose Oscorp, which could lead to a far bigger storyline. This could also see Tom Hardy's Venom or Black Cat, if they're interested in bringing back Felicity Jones from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for the role. With these many plot threads worth exploring, this story could be split into 4 chapters. That way it could flesh out or create an incredible interconnected story with all these characters and plot points. If not, the film could have the usual runtime and stakes you find in a Spider-Man film, while exploring more into the character's journey and the plot moving forward. Also rumours that we could see the live-action debut of Spider-Gwen, played by a returning Emma Stone, to gain her own project and cross over with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. This would make sense, as in the comics, Gwen Stacy loses her version of Peter Parker due to tragic circumstances, as did this Spider-Man with his Gwen. It would make a satisfying yet heartfelt reunion between the two, and possibly bring some tension if Peter decides to move on with MJ. With that, Sony Verse is setting the groundwork for more ambitious characters to come in and have their own movies, eventually leading to a Sinister Six lineup. This way, Sony could continue to use Andrew Garfield if they wished for quick cameos here and there. It only matters that through hope and encouragement from devoted fans, maybe The Amazing Spider-Man could happen overall. everything together, I heavily agree that Andrew Garfield deserves a second chance to don the red and blue spandex costume again as Spider-Man, and that his rich story is worth exploring. He added more emotional weight to No Way Home with his comedic side, embraced thanks to the oddity of seeing other two alternative versions of himself, and get to be who he really is. This development, it has given Spider-Man fans the chance to appreciate the Amazing Spider-Man films. Thanks to Andrew Garfield's stellar performance and increasing popularity during the final act of what looks like to be the greatest Spider-Man movie ever made. Not only does it show how underrated this iteration of Spider-Man truly is, let's not forget there's something special about this character and how his potential could be explored further can't be forgotten. That's why Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fits into the Sony Verse. But anyways, what are your honest thoughts on Andrew Garfield? Did your opinions change about his Spider-Man No Way Home? Or how do you see the Amazing Spider-Man 3 work if it ever gets released? I heavily support the campaign #MakeTazam3, and I really hope that Andrew gets a second chance with the likes of Venom or Morbius. Overall, what did you think of this essay? Would you like me to do more like this in the future, or something different? I would really appreciate your feedback on what I've talked about today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.